you and sue me.
So somebody tried to show him they are protecting their interest by saying that, and now to gain their trust maybe, and that's what they told them, your tenants, your potential tenants, and now they feel that someone is trying to rip them off.
Yeah, they think that I'm trying to rip them off.
I get it.
Exactly.
That's the problem. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And that's based on basically zero.
Yeah, it's based on basically zero. They're like, oh, I heard it from a friend who I
Who
heard it from a friend who heard it
Yeah,
from
right,
a friend.
exactly right.
And I'm like, why would I? And I
Right.
said, this is to protect you in case something happens. And I said, this is to protect me. If somebody falls and breaks their leg on the property, they're not going to just
It's
sue
more than that. You know that renters insurance also protect them for neglection. Let's say they light a candle and they left the candle on the table, and it can be proved, and they burn the house. You want that their policy will kick in first. Why would they be in a situation that you will sue them for burning down your house while they are uninsured and you need to go through your insurance? Because the first thing that your insurance will do, your insurance company, according to your policy, the first thing they will do is they will find the tenant and sue the tenant. Maybe they will pay you, but they will sue the tenant. Why won't the tenant want to be in a position that they are protected? Them themselves, not the property. Them themselves need to be protected.
Right, but what I think is happening is that they're hearing from, Joe Blow around the corner.
Well, they don't know. People don't know. They're silly. That's why what you did was perfect. You have two choices. You can listen to me, or you can not rent the property from me.
Yeah.
Perfect response.
I'm so happy because usually you always yell at me for my responses.
No, it's a perfect response. It's exactly the way I want to handle it. I said, listen, you can listen to your friends, or you can rent an apartment from me. I'm named as additional insured. As a matter of fact, I even put myself as trustee as additional insured too.
Yeah, so I have the property trust, and then I have me as additional insured.
Yeah, exactly.
The only benefit for you as additional interest is that you get a notice if they
don't pay the bill.
Cancel the policy,
Right.
not renew the policy, or anything like that.
Exactly.
I think even if they have a claim, let's say something happened, I don't know, the basement flooded and their stuff got ruined, and they didn't tell you anything, the insurance company will tell you will get a letter with the claim.
All right.
With the summary of the claim. So you do want to be that, but it doesn't come aside from the additional
No, I
insured.
need to be additional interest.
Correct.
Yeah. No,
So we teach a lot of stuff about landlording at Investor Schooling, because landlording is a skill. It's not it's not something you just wake up one day and learn to do. You think you give somebody a lease and they're great tenants.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem is, as we said before, there's no such thing as bad tenants. There's only bad landlords.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know how to be a landlord, I guarantee you're going to have bad tenants, only because you've created bad tenants.
Correct.
All right. Give the phone number out.
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. Hoping, do you see it on? If they see it on the screen, you think?
So Facebook is now live again.
Okay.
I actually think I figured out the problem.
Amazing.
But there's nothing I can do about it right now.
So
the iPad is too old.
If you hear us, please call at 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
Too many upgrades. Apple's done too many upgrades, so this iPad is too old.
Okay.
And what's happening is it's crashing.
Everybody, all the
companies. I'm watching the memory, the CPU load.
Yeah.
And it's cranking.
Okay.
So it keeps peaking, and I think when it peaks, it goes off.
We need to buy an iPad,
so
iPad
I got
Pro.
an iPad.
Or switch between them.
Yeah, I think I will switch between them.
That's the problem, because this is a Pro and this is a regular.
Right. I got you. Yep, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
So I think the first thing, because I just want to go through this. Come here, they don't know anything about real estate, and the first thing they want to do is learn something about real estate. As I believe the first thing they need to do is find their path. Their path can be flipping. Their path can be as residential rental. Some do commercial. What do you want to do? If people are very are intimidated by dealing with tenants, maybe they should do flipping. And maybe if people are not.
So there are many different ways to make money in real estate.
Exactly.
Right. The best way and the most long-term way to build wealth is buy and hold.
Buy and hold.
You buy properties, you rent them out, somebody else pays your mortgage, and that's how you make money.
That's what the three of us do, and that's what we believe, yeah.
Right. But then there are other ways. There's wholesaling where you can put a property under contract, sell that contract to somebody else and make 10 or 15 grand. Sometimes you make less. Sometimes you make more. I mean, my highest wholesale deal was I made $63,000 on a wholesale deal. That was great.
Yes.
You know,
But that's
So-
work.
it's work.
That's
right. But
required
it's not terrible work. It's not hard work. It's just
Yeah.
work, right? Then you've got fix and flip, which to me is the most amount of work. You buy a property, you renovate it, and you sell it to somebody else, and you make money. That's a lot of work.
And the least stable one, will you agree?
I don't know. When you say least stable, what do you mean by that?
I mean that the market do change sometimes, and you never know how much you can make over a property when you do flips, and it's more risky. Let's say that
Okay.
you can buy a house extremely under market value, and then the
Right.
risk go down or maybe even go away.
Yeah, sure.
But But with fix and flip, you buy the house, you hold the house, you renovate the house, which means you put money
And
into
then you try
it,
to sell it and make money.
and then you try to sell it and
Right.
make
And
money.
then sometimes you think you're going to make no money, and then you make 60,000 like you did.
You never know.
That was good.
You never
I
know.
got to tell you, the market shifted just on time for you. It was amazing. You got so lucky on that. I'm so happy.
I don't
you
know
did.
about that, and I'm not sure even I understand the market right now. I don't get the market right now.
The market's unpredictable at the moment.
The market,
It doesn't make any sense, the market.
I look at houses that the listing is over. There's one in Newtown. I will show it to you. The listing is over right now, and they're relisting it with a different agent. Okay, higher than the price they couldn't get a few weeks ago. Which is it? Some people that are stubborn and they don't understand the market shift.
It's just strange.
And on the other hand, we see we see places that people are doing price cuts basically every week.
Yeah, right.
So
And that's what's happening. It's exactly the market I predicted. It's happening exactly the way I said it was going to happen. We're going to start to see this happening. Then we're going to start to see we're going to start to see changes
yeah,
with the market, and we're seeing it. We're seeing two identical houses. One sells for over list, the other one we can't even get anybody to even write an offer on. It's going to happen.
so I think that if we talk about wholesaling, that's the thing. We are in times that if your house will be prettier, you will get, which is always true. But if your house will be prettier, you will be able to get more for it.
So I want to something you just said kind of sparked something. I don't know how I got onto somebody's wholesale list, and they send me out. It was interesting. I think I talked about it in class last week a little bit. They wanted me. There was a couple properties that were in. I think actually they were in Norristown. Remember I was telling you about that? There was 4 properties. The guy was selling them in Norristown.
Pottstown.
Oh, Pottstown. Okay, Pottstown. And they were 4 row homes that they were looking to sell. And I was talking to the guy. I said, yeah, I'd be interested. Give me a little more information. So before he sent me any information, he wanted me to sign a contract, which says that he was not representing me, which is fine, whatever. But the other thing that I thought was really interesting as a wholesaler company that they were doing was that they needed to have, for me, just to go out and look at the property, just to look at it, I needed to have proof of funds.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the day, I would need to have a offer put in, and the price was non-negotiable. So
Do you need to bring lunch with you too to the agent?
It was just like amazing. So I guess the thing that I want people to be aware about is like beware of some of these wholesaling companies who are trying to sell you properties that require so many of these different things, because it's just not something.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Something's wrong, right? So I could see proof of funds if you're about to make an offer. Sure, I sort of can see it. Not necessarily that something that we really do here at all, but I mean, just to be able to go and look at a property, you need to show that you have X amount in funds. It doesn't make sense.
The proof of fund thing became crazy recently.
Right, but the other thing too is that if you're saying, "Hey, this price, I'm going to sell you this house and it's 150 grand, and the price is not even negotiable," then why are we talking here? Because the price is, when I looked at it on Zillow, which is always
It was overpriced anyway.
It was overpriced anyway,
Right.
So I always look at Zillow because it's usually off within 20% up or down. But then I'll look at Realtor, and then I'll look at Redfin, and then I'll look to see what's sold in the area in the last 6 months and how much it went for. And they were literally like $3,000 below retail. And I'm like, why would I ever pay for this property?
Yeah, really.
And you're trying to sell to me on a wholesale deal, and and it's non-negotiable in price.
Yeah.
So I guess my point is that as people start to get into this and you start to get more
just hold on to it for a while, or
Would you buy it at?
137.
Okay, so you were a victim of the news, and you like to lose money, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well,
Is
the
it
video is going to go below 100, and that's when you should buy it.
maybe you bought
I
it before the split?
No, it already split. But it's going to go below 100, and then it might come back to 120, 130. So you can either hold on to it for the next 5 years and make your money back, or if you want to have a more useful place for that money, you might want to put it somewhere else. You know, this is the problem. The problem is people get stuck on hype, and you got pulled right in. You got pulled right in.
How about one more question?
Yeah, sure.
You hear everywhere advertised for gold, gold, gold. You know what? That is not solid. I saw gold drop $75 in one day.
So what? What are you going to do with the gold?
It is not solid.
Are you going to sell the gold in one day?
No, but I bought a nugget. I lost $16,000.
You bought $16,000 worth of. You didn't wait.
No, I lost $16,000 on gold.
No,
While everybody's saying to get in.
Well, hold on one second. Two things about gold. The first one is you didn't lose $16,000. The value of your gold went down $16,000. You didn't sell it that day, did you?
No, I have a ETF.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you have an ETF. So you didn't buy gold. You bought an ETF. You didn't buy gold. You bought an ETF. So now you have to. Yeah, you need to learn how to buy. You need to learn how to buy technical. You need to learn how to buy technical charts. So we teach technical charts in investor schooling. So what you're doing is you're going. Some guy on some radio station somewhere said buy gold. Some advertiser usually, and you said, "All right, I'm going to buy gold," and then you lost money. So you need to learn how to.
Everywhere.
No. You need to learn how to do this right. Right. See, I buy very little gold. I buy a lot of silver, but I don't buy silver for an investment. I buy silver for the zombie apocalypse. To me, if the monetary system goes down, Bitcoin, you can't get Bitcoin anymore because the computers all go down, or maybe you can't use your credit cards or cash. Everything's all good. I'm going to have a bunch of silver that I can go buy stuff with. I could buy milk for my neighbor. Right. Now, at the same time, silver happens to be going up too. It just happens to be going up too, so that's fine. If it's going up too, that's great. But the point is, again, if you're buying gold for an investment, it's not a great investment. It's great if you want to sit on it and hold it for a long time. It's not a great investment. It doesn't give you any dividends. It doesn't give you any cash flow. But if you want to make money on the ETF where it goes down and up and down and up and down, I could teach you how to do that with stock options. You can actually buy that ETF in an option. And instead of putting in, I don't know, if you put in 200,000, instead of putting in 200,000, maybe you put in 30,000, and you make the spread, and you can make 10,000 on your 30,000 instead of lose 16,000 on whatever it was that you bought the gold for. That's what you need to learn how to do.
Let me ask you one more question, please.
Sure.
One more question while I have you. You mentioned AT&T, right? What is AT&T going for now?
23.
Around 15, 16?
23.
How much?
23.
23. Damn,
Yeah.
I traded when it was like 14.
Right.
Listen, if it's 23 right now, right, would it make sense to go and sell the, let's say, 22 put? Which means if I had to, I'll buy it at 22.
So you want to...
And if it
I
doesn't
see what
go to
you're saying. Okay,
22,
yeah,
I
right,
just
right.
keep the premium.
So why don't you sell the
Would that
21
make
put
sense to
then?
do?
Sell the 21 put.
Is that again?
Sell the 21 put.
21?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now you're going to get a little bit more money, right? And you're definitely going to buy it at 21, right? Actually, it'll be a good play. I like that play.
Not about, so, I'd like to buy AT&T, so while I'm waiting for it to drop, just sell the put and get some premium.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Do they give you anything at all for the 20 months?
Wait.
I mean, do they give you pennies or?
No.